veteran. Keeps going and going and going. Very familiar face there. There's Canoe. Yes, I would say. Quite a few new French athletes coming along, and there's such strength and depth. You can have 200 at this top level, but it's quite a big drop here. You see on the bottom of your picture, you actually see the start line for the actual major events. That's more like it. That's Canoe from France. So it's all fun and games. When you see the more experienced athletes coming down, you'll see them doing some of the Usain Bolt stars. World Race is obviously very determined here for the US of A. He's been a loyal servant to the sport for many years and said that it's the most exciting part of her day is he's been on the start block ready to launch himself off. So the first two to go through, all off safely. We'll discover which is the best tactics to go. But Canoe has forced these creep baits the first one round. So she goes, you can see she's going round the first obstacle. Then around the red ones. This is where time can be lost because you're allowed to bar. You can't hit them, you can knock them out, but you can actually barge round. And as you saw Tracy Hines on the river right, you can actually take an option, and that's where you can catch up. Then you have to do the fourth escamade turn in an actual defined area, which of course is safe and level and what have you, until there's a concrete block on the bottom, so there's no risk for these athletes to hurt themselves. Make sure you come around the right side of this and over the line, it looks like. There you go, seconds. There's two back there. See, that's good influence. These two French are fighting out. Totally behind the United States, the other side of the picture. She could have a free run normally, but it is at the moment France 1 and France 2. That means we know who's. So this is one, heat 2. Then we're going to a semi-final, which are first in quarterfinal 1, second in quarterfinal 1, first in quarterfinal 2, second in quarterfinal 2. So we've seen the athletes who are going to make up the first semi-final. That's going to be in about 30 minutes' time. So if you're new to this, it's still being quite experimental, but it looks like a lot of fun. A lot of the athletes really support it well. You'll see more strength and depth of the men this weekend because the kayakers have finished their racing, and the women, the top athletes, a lot of the top athletes want to keep their bodies and brains and everything focused on their K1, which is tomorrow. So hence you have a few second stringers tomorrow, or perhaps athletes that on Friday. They did a huge qualification system for the K1 on Friday, and those athletes who've missed out, unfortunately, we'll go through Veronika Vojtova, Anna Satilla, Monika Yankova. Well, Anna and Monika were in the final of the C1 about an hour and a half ago, and Veronika does everything. She was in the mixed, which is the C2, yesterday. She's in the office all the time, and she's just a 24-hour day. So we saw Monika in the C1. So she obviously knows the water really well. These girls have a lot of fun. Anna Satilla from Brazil, K1 and C1 this weekend. So again, she's having a great weekend. She understands where the cameras are. So it's only first two. It's quite cool for the third one. The first two go through, then the next one stage. It looks like Veronika Vojtova we know she's determined. I think she won a couple of years ago, and she goes in all the events that they have here. Their English goes much better than her, So coming down the track, look, you can still see there's a couple of thousand people. The only river banks are right, so everyone's crammed in. It's quite a powerful course. It's 16 meters cube per second, which is going down this track. Veronika will be coming into the last section. There's been no doubt about who's controlling this race at the moment. Anna Satilla looks like she's in second for Brazil. One more upstream. We're going to change the same option. The only possibility is the third after. Oh, here we go. Monika Yankova wants to push her out of the way. So here we go. Monika Yankova is the first athlete through in the red bib. and Anna Satilla will join her in the semi-final. All the Czech athletes are always available, always smiling, always incredibly busy. This channel is artificial. They've had 16 World Cups since 1983. A few World Championships as well, 1958 and 2006. So they're wearing creek boats. Clearly they're sitting down, well strapped in. And they're quite stagate. They have to do the forced Eskimo turn, so the whole 360, which they do in one swift movement. So next one, we're going for the next one. Yeah, there you go. There's a few of the lines. So Teresa Fizerova, Haley Daniels from Canada, and Omira Estacia Neta from Brazil. So all athletes are competing this weekend. There's Teresa Fizerova. She was second last to go in the C1. Haley Daniels. And Teresa was fourth in the C1. And Monika Yankova, who we just saw 2 minutes ago, she was third. Won by Kimberly Woods, by the way. There's Omira Estacia Neta from Brazil. Well, we saw a compatriot, Anna Satilla, go through a couple of minutes ago. Well, the only athlete we haven't seen is Haley Daniels so far. Here she goes, here they're going. Well, it looks certainly that Teresa Fizerova, I don't know how much the Czech girls have been practicing this, but she's off to a great start. Knows the line, knows it. Yeah, it's really all about Vip Prindis and Vavra. They seem to have conquered this, the art of setting off first. No messing there. Oops, it's come up. Haley Daniels had a few problems with the camera mounted on her head, so no doubt social media will have the benefit of watching those images a bit later. Up and down in one with the French flag on the bottom, you know what that is. But a big lead here by Teresa Fizerova. One of the newcomers. There she goes, last up, I think she's going to come in and out without any being toppled. That's good news for her. Ali blue, it's the Stagianita Amira. So comes through there. They have a semi-final and a final, all to happen in the space of 3/4 of an hour. So Fizerova and Estagianeta go through from that. So we've lost some athletes. We've lost Aria Pandry from the first heat, Tracy Hines from the second heat. Really competitive third heat. We've lost Monika Yankova, and the fourth heat we've lost Haley Daniels. So the Czechs have had a rather good day here. So the Frenchies. So how many left in the competition? There's 1, 2, 3 Czechs. There you go, we'll see those images. She disappears on the wall from it. That's not even when she's supposed to. Great pictures, thank you very much. So we're going to have a transfer now from the women. It's the equivalent with the men. Great turnout. As I say, we expect a good turnout here because the men have finished the K1. Tomorrow there's going to be, what we're going to have tomorrow, we're going to have maybe some mixed, which is maybe a view on how the future might work out. So that's going to be C2s. I know 3 Czech teams have had a lot of fun in the last couple of days, showing us demonstrations. Then we're going to see the C1 men, and we're going to, after that, see the K1 women. This is reiterating what I've been telling you. So Emilia Hilgeteva, Florence Mahu go through from the first heat. Veronika Bretova, Anna Satilla from heat 3, Teresa Fizerova and Omira Stazianeta from heat 4, and you maybe missed the graphic on heat 2, and that was Camille Pringent and for Heveland. So that's two Frenchies. Great performance there, you go. Well, they missed that up a bit, didn't they? So Andrei Tunker, Mikhail Smolin, Benjamin Pope, and for India, it's Jihakir, where you'd expect that Andrei Tunker, who I think he was a bit disappointed with his performance in the K1 about a couple of hours ago. He missed out on the medals. He had a real mess up on the crossover gate 22, gate 23. But this is what it's all about with boys. You see, they're trying to whack each other out of the way. Smolin is quite clever. He's gone the other side. Eskimo turd up in one, so it's very much a case of Smolin in the right of your picture, Andrei Tunker in the left, and Benjamin Pope is not out of it yet. With coming down is Jihakir from India, taking some valuable experience. But a good battle there, which no doubt will come into it a bit later. It's going to be a really close finish. Great stuff. So it looks like Andrei Tunker is going to cruise across the line. And who is going to come second? Well, we don't know. It looks like Mikhail Smolin's bullied his way across the line. Anyway, Tunker first. Smolin, they gave it Smolin by 1/1,000,000 of a second. There you say, we missed that on the live, but you catch it again in slow motion, actually. So it's very much a case of Tunker, you know, you have to hit the water and go straight away. Well, this next heat, Mike Dawson, national hero, does some of the most exhilarating whitewater stuff out there. Also, double Olympian at least, so he knows what his stuff, lives for the sport. Hannes Egner, Olympic medalist, double Olympian as well. Mikhail Matija, don't know much about him, from the Czech Republic. And Keenan Simpson, as he's the junior member of the Canadian team. They've cut his hair, it's a wonderful mullet. You won't be able to see it on here, you see the flowing locks. But say Dawson in red, Egner green, and these are, there you are, they're always in this competition. Doesn't look nervous, never looks nervous. And Egner's focused on the job in hand with his camera. There we go, Miguel. It's going to be interesting because normally he wouldn't be a favourite, but the fact he's a local boy. And there's the mullet boy. Keenan Simpson, still only 18, came last year as a junior, competed in 2 World Cups. He was good there last year, so it's good to see all 4 of these really have a lot to put forward. I think they've seeded them because they've got Tunker, Dawson, Hadalek and Prindis in different heats. But and they're off. Dawson on the far side looks like he has a bit of an advantage over Hannes Egner, who's an incredibly strong paddler. But they've really understood what's going on, and Mikhail Mathieu also. And there were 4 of them, to be fair, Claes, but Michael Dawson from New Zealand is really leading the ball at the moment. Egner knows where he wants to position it. He's going to try and muscle him out of the way. 3 of them for the same. That could be a bit expensive. But Dawson certainly benefited from that. I'm not sure Egner has. And Mateka also. So they're going to do the Eskimo, are they? Keenan Simpson's been disqualified for probably going the wrong way around something. Anyway, last up of the competition, it makes it fairly clear cut, to be fair. Hannes Egner is going to take it from Matt Dawson. No, not Matt Dawson, I'm talking the rugby. From Mike Dawson, sorry. Egner Dawson. It was a close start, but once Simpson disqualified himself, I'm sure it's a coincidence, but it's the lanes 1 and 2 keeps winning. It's Hannes Egner. He took advantage. He muscled around the first up or down, and then just took advantage of other situations. You saw them going straight off. So the great thing is, Mike Dawson knows that you need to really stamp your official. If you want to see some cool videos, just go to Mike Dawson's site, and he was in Africa last year, Pakistan this year. I think talking about going somewhere exciting this year. I'm not sure it's a secret, I won't tell you, but he said lots of big adventures lined up. Here we go, third heat rather. Vavre Khadilek, Pepe or Pedro da Silva, Guilherme Mapelli, also from Brazil, and Frederick Wallen. Well, there's Vavre, just, I wouldn't say he's unlucky because he didn't make it, but just missed out on the final. He became 11th with the K1. The Playboy, Pedro da Silva. Olympic finalists. Marcelo Mapelli Guilherme. We're going to call him Mapelli, I think. Maybe needs to clean the lens. And Frederick Wallen. He hasn't been censored out of it, he's just been blurred out of it. Anyway, I expect lanes 1 and 2 to have a real battle. They're smiling, but this first crucial 5 meters are really what I've said. Here you go, pushing themselves off, and Vavre is first 5 strokes, giving himself clear water. Pedro Pepe is just behind him. I wonder if they discuss which way they're going to go. Probably not. So clearly around the first bit. And the crowd, it's a huge crowd for this fun event mid-afternoon. We've had an hour and a half of complete tension before. The sun's out, it's quite windy. There you go, Eskimo turn. Again, it's frighteningly quick how these boys do this. They like it because Vavre is, he's a real poster boy here. He's putting forward a good performance. 1 more up to go, and it looks like sensibly they're chosen separate sides, so it means both of them will come through safely. Unless he gets whacked out of the way. No, it's going to be Vavre from Pepe who go through to the semi-final number 2. There you go. So far, first semi-final, Czech Republic, USA. Second semi-final, first quarter, of course. And then joining them in the semi-final is going to be New Zealand, Germany, Czech Republic, one of the Brazilians, and the last to go is going to be, again, quite dynamic. It's going to be Vip Prindis, who won the K1 this afternoon. Was the last to go and held the pressure. So it's all about this guy is so strong. It's all about telling the water what to do in this case. Vavre Khadilek made a film over the winter, well worth going to see. He's some sort of mountaineering hero in the Fortress Fund, I understand. Anyway, last of the 4 heats. Let's see if we have a close-up before they actually fall down. So there's just the... what's the problem there? Vip Prindis, Zach Merton, Paul Ulan and Jake Cochran. Looks like with Paul is... Well, you can see in the background, they're putting him back in his boat. There's Vip Prindis. Well, he's already done his weekend. There's Zach. Again, looks excited to be there. It's probably better if you do have your skirt on. And Jake Cochran from Ireland. It's great to have the Irish presence. So one would expect Vip Prindis to go like a rocket. And his green boat with Zach Mutton, they're both going well together. Are they going to go for the same side? I think Zach's just really riding his slip, which is quite clever. So it's exactly the same water level as the slalom course, which we'll see tomorrow from 1300 time, Central European time, 1300 hours, that's what, yeah. Let's see. Well, Vip Prindis has taken advantage of a little bit of confusion between the others. Zach Mutton is still up there, but as you saw in green, I don't know really what's going on there. Vip Prindis is certainly leading. It's changing in second place. There he goes. He's going to wait. Yes, he waits quite cleverly. So he stays out of trouble. And that's fine banging from is it Zach? Oh, well, that makes it quite easy. Two of them are disqualified, unfortunately, Jake Cochran and Paul Ulen. So we do know that Prindis and Mutton go through to the semi-finals. So we have started with, I think, 15 women and 16 men, and we're down to the last 8 of both. That was a dreadful, dreadful start for France. You see what you do, you have to actually almost like flying before you actually hit the water. There you go. Big breath. And wipe it out of your eyes and go. You know, last year doing this event, they had, in Poland, I think a couple of the big favourites were disqualified early on. Whereas here, we've got real big hitters. So heat 1, Andre Tanker, Mikael Smolin. Heat 2, Hannah Degner, Mike Dawson. Heat 3, Vavra Hradilek, Pepe or Pedro da Silva, and Heat 4, Vit Prindis and Zach Mutton. So to be fair, all the favourites have gone through. Judging on the last, I think I've done 4 or 5 of these now. It's often the same names. I know we had a test 2 years ago in Augsburg, which is great because they can go back up the big rock. We did it also in Po last year. So you can just see the windy conditions. I think it doesn't affect these gates too much, but it's just blowing up the course. There you go, there's Boulevard, and it's actually quite social. So all the athletes have to negotiate their way up the path there to go from the finish line back to the start. So essentially it looks like you have 2 downstream, 2 upstream, and an Eskimo roll, turn, what we have it. But look, you have to be really going on the first to the red boat. You really need to know what you're doing straight away. So I think you can actually choose your own boats. There's Veronica Redova. So the releases are not pushing, they're just letting them go in the water. Well, it is semi-final time. Hilgetova, Pranjon, Houvelain and Matthew. There's Emilia from the Czech Republic going in red. Camille Pranjon going in green. Flora Houvelain going in blue. And finally, Florence Mahut going in yellow. And they're off. It looked like Emilia Hilgetova in the red. Well, we know she has a great start, and she's already taken a length, which gives her a decisive start there. Camille Pranjon from France also really putting it out there. So first upstream, where I suppose in theory you could have some problems, but we're having a bit of a battle on river left. They get in and out. Emilia Hilgetova is really performing well. Upstream to go. Oops, it's still a bit of a battle, But, well, this could be rather nasty for blue. Blue is Flora Houvelin, which is, that's quite clever from green. Green, of course, Camille Prinjean, who muscled her way through there to take the second place. So, yeah, very proud of herself. I think Houvelin was going to be compatriots as well. Not sure she's going to be happy about that. So we have the first finalist, is Emilia Hilgetova, who's won both her races. And Camille Prinjean, who didn't have the greatest start, but figured out the only way to do it is push her opponent out of the way on the last up. That's the red arrow. So first two of the finalists are known: Czech Republic and France. That's how they dominated in the men's, well, the C2 earlier today. Czech Republic took out the victory. Kasper Sendler. French is second, French is third. Looks like they're enjoying themselves anyway. Rain's held off today, which is quite nice, but it's very windy. Okay, second one is going to be Teresa Fizerova. Is in red. That's a bit unfair. Good. Veronika Vetova in green. They'll be a bit biased, these Czechs. Anna Satilla in blue from Brazil. So very much a case of Brazil against the Czech Republic. And Amira Estacioneta in yellow. I wonder if they're going to play together. Well, they're certainly off. It looks like Anna Satilla is determined not to give way, but in red it is Teresa Fizerova. There's some really strong pedigreed athletes here. Look at that, no quarters asked or given. They've all passed the right side, which is good. Absolutely flying, Teresa Fizerova. I think Verova, who is, is he going to go through? Yes. Look at them, there's a real battle. We should have four boats coming out at the same time here. And green is going to be Veronika Vetova, who looks like she's coming out first. This is great racing. It's the best race by far so far. But it's the reason the crowd are liking it, it's the two Czech athletes who are dominating. The Brazilians have to be a bit more dynamic. You have to push her out of the way. It's last, just missed the timing. Just missed the timing. I think it's clear cut, unfortunately, for the Brazilians. I think Estacioneta actually missed. So she'll be lucky to go through, but it's Teresa Fizerova, gutsy athletes. And Veronika Vojtova, who just doesn't know how to lose. So in the final, we're going to have three Czech athletes and a Frenchie. Camille Prinjean is the only non-Czech athlete in the final. So Emilia Hilgetova, Camille Prinjean, Teresa Fizerova and Veronika Vojtova. Look at that, it's really dynamic. Anna Satilla in the blue, trying her best to come around, but she couldn't keep the momentum. Obviously, it's quite a fast-flowing channel down here, so it's not as easy as you think. Sail to the men, Tunker red, Dawson green. Tunker. Hannah Zegner is going to be blue. It looks like it leaves us in Mikael Smolen, who's going to be yellow. He is determined. He looks nice and meek and mild, but he's very determined. But there again, say to Mikael Smolan, this is going to be a real cracking race. And they're all down. Mikael Smolan has the worst start. Michael Dawson has the best start. And he's taking a really good lead out there. Mike Dawson from New Zealand. And second is Tunker, who's playing the percentage game with Hannes Egner. You can see the big blue dossard is coming back. So far, nothing in it. Are they all going to choose the same line? Looks like Andre Tunker deliberately feels a fight coming on, so he's come the other way. It looks like left side certainly better with Smolan and Dawson. Oh, it come up again. Wow, fearless, absolutely fearless. Smolan, Dawson at the moment. Smolan in the red boat, Dawson in the green boat. Just keeping, is he going the right way? I'm not sure Dawson came the right way. Smolan's been disqualified anyway. So Andre Tunker's there because Smolan's been, well, he certainly wins the prize for aggressivity. Whether it's effective, I'm not sure. He's been disqualified, but Andre Tunker is coming through with Mike Dawson if they're both allowed to come through. Okay, Andre Tunker. Going to the final of category K1 men. So Andre Tunker from the Czech Republic and Mike Dawson from New Zealand. So I'm guessing he'll have a top lane, which is against the left-hand side, the red, which is lucky for him. So one more semi-final to go. It's Radilek, Da Silva, Prindis and Mutton. So I suppose Zach Mutton is the outsider here. Let's just, for his sake, let's hope he manages to watch the others do some fighting. Oh, look at that. Dawson subtly just whacks him out of the way with the side of his boat. Second semi-final. Prindis in red, Hravelek green. Da Silva blue. And Mutton's going to be yellow. That's not fair. They're discussing tactics. They train together, same team. So they're trying to chop the match up. Pedro da Silva's going to film it. And Zach Mutton. Now I think what's going to happen, I think Hravelek and Prindis are, I'm sure, well, I think there aren't that many rules, but awful start from Hravelek, great start from Prindis. So what's happened is it looks like he's been protected. I'm sure they discuss which side they're going to go. So the right side of the channel is the fastest to go down the first bit. Are they going to go separate ways around the... Yeah, they're splitting up, look. That's discussed before, sure. Ah, but Prindis is really caught in trouble there, but he's strong and really knows how to do it. Not sure well Mutton's going to be disqualified, we'll see, but gives Vavra a clear run. So Da Silva and Mutton have both been disqualified. So all you have to do is go clean, and we're going to have 3 checks again. So Vavra, Hravelek, and Vit Prindis. Be interesting to see if they disqualify any more. Disqualified. Well, they managed to come through quite a tough semi-final. So do you have the... Well, it's completely dominated by Czechies, this one. Not surprising, but they knew what they're going to do before. I've had a word about the judges about that. It's it could be quite dynamic. I hope it's not hurt his thumb. it's all a bit of a, I suppose they all know each other really well, so no one's going to go and try and obstruct someone else in a serious way. But we do know our finalists now in both events. Bradley wants to win this, I think. I'm sure he's going to. He certainly wants to. So, should be back to the... I'm going to have official results, perhaps. So, qualified for the final, Andre Tanke, Mike Dawson, Vavra Khadilek and Vit Prindis. 3 Czech athletes and an honorary Czech athlete, Mike Dawson, who was based here all last summer. I think this World Cup is going to go to Augsburg and then probably head back down to Winter, to New Zealand, before he has some more trips lined up. Of course, the crowd loving this. Each of the Czech athletes go through. I wonder if they had a bit of an unfair advantage and practiced a lot together. It's quite a big drop, actually, just near the start line. So, yeah, you can see. Well today, going tomorrow in the K1, she's in the C1 today. She didn't really do much last year in the World Cup, and now she's decided to give it a go again. Obviously with Canoe singles for the women going back in the, or going into Tokyo, confirmed 10 days ago. It's changes the game. 53 women this morning set out, or yesterday morning, sorry, set out for the C1, which is the biggest ever field. All managed to keep the smiles on their faces. So we should have the lineup for the finals of the women. It takes a bit of time because the athletes need to walk all the way up, and it's the second, third time they've done it. It's a 300-meter walk, and these boats are quite heavy. I wonder if they've managed to find someone to bring them up. The crowd are certainly a knowledgeable and appreciative crowd. Although, to be fair, if there's a Czech athlete who's winning, the next athlete down doesn't really have much applause. They don't get any boos, which I suppose is quite nice. But really, as you can see, it's a family day out. Check the 17 tram from the centre, just over the new, very smart bridge. Well, here we go. So Hilgertova and Pranjol qualified from the semi-final 1. Fizerova and Vojtova from semi-final 2. They're going to make up the finalists. We just need to better put the graphics on the finalists they've had. So the sun's really starting to dominate. There it is, it's just a Toya course. There's a dam. For boats, they actually go around the river left. There's a passageway, about 400 metres ago. So it's an efficient system, this one, because there's no pumping involved. They just open the gates. Mike Dawson, who's going to be appearing in the final for the men, the only non-Czech. That won't phase him there. Well, this is the biggest turnout I've ever seen for a extreme slalom. That's the words they've settled on it, because it's quite extreme and it's for slalom-ish. Very smart t-shirts. Buy them if you want to. Have a souvenir of the the course. There's Hannes Egels in the background, just been knocked out. Let's give it the Czech flag, big colours.
We are getting closer and closer to the start of the final of category K1 women in the slalom cross. That is the part of 2017. I see a car.
That's what they're waiting for. Here we go. Helga Toga in red. Fizerova in green. Vojtova in blue. And Prague in yellow on the outside, unfavorised lane. I don't think anyone's gone from yellow yet. Well, she's been in red all day and she's won her first 2 races. Not sure she's the favourite though. Teresa Fizerova looks tough and look, she's pumped up, ready to go. I put my money on her actually, to be fair. Veronika Vojtova, absolutely determined. But Camille Prague, she was quite aggressive. She's the only one who's actually knocked someone out yet on the last up from France. And in yellow, of course. Start's going to be absolutely crucial. I'm not sure there's any really tactics. Probably not. And this will be actually quite important to the Czechies because it'll be bragging rights. It's such a community here. The club memberships and all great friends from the surface. You can see the clouds. It's actually the clouds actually above, but fluffy white. But you can see that in the distance, going away from us now, they're quite dark clouds. So yeah, that's not really bother us. So as you see, the tactic is to smile, but make sure you have a good grip with one of your hands and push yourself off and start paddling straight away. Fizerova in green looks like she's slightly. Oh, there we go! And she's off the best start. But, so it's Fizerova in the red boat and Veronika in the blue boat. But Amelia Helga Toga, she's led every single race so far. She looks like to have the fastest pure pace. Well, it's no lose situation for the Czech fans here. 1, 2, 3. Are they going to split and go different sides? I think they've discussed that as well. It gives them a better chance. But they're in a real mix. It looks like in blue we got big problems for Veronika Vojtova. There's the Eskimo turn from Amelia Hilgetova. She's certainly favourite to win now, but Veronika Vojtova is fighting, and that's the word for it. Vojtova disqualified. Oh well, not to worry. It looks like she's missed that anyway, so double disqualification for her. And the speaker would have told her, so all she can do is just run around the rest of the course. It looks like Amelia Hilgetova is going to take the honours here, fairly straightforwardly, to be fair. Yeah, it's trying to sound exciting, but Amelia Hilgetova wins the race. With Camille Prague from France taking second place. Third is therefore given to Teresa Fizerova, who had quite a quiet race, and Veronika Vojtova was unfortunately disqualified. So it's honourably fighting. Well, the crowd loving this course. Two Czechies on the podium. Well, she did have the best start in green. That was Fizerova, who didn't really come forward that well, but Amelia seems to have the best straight speed. There she is. I suppose with a name like Hilgetova, you ought to be quite good. So it takes the victory. We should be racing tomorrow. Let's see. There you go, confirmation of the results. First, Amelia Hedgetova, Czech Republic. Second, Camille Prinjean, France. And Teresa Fizerova takes the third place with Veronika Vojtova being disqualified, as we saw on the first up. There we go, boys' turns now. So, Tunka in red. Prindis in green. Radilek in blue. And Dawson in yellow. Andrei Tunka, the quietest of the quartet. Kuskovic, Radilek, Prindis, who won earlier today, and Tunka. Now what's interesting is, although there's three Czechies together, Radilek and Prindis are training partners, and Mike Dawson's the honorary best mate, so we have to see how they work out together. Are they going to sandwich him? I think they're going to be actually really fair play. I think Vit Prindis is going to win, but I don't know how they're going to do it. Well, that's interesting, because Barbara's taking a bit further apart. If that's going to gain an advantage. Tunka red, Prindis blue, Dawson yellow. No, Hadlek's blue. I'm colourblind anyway, the best of days, but here we go. You can see who he is anyway. So great start by Matt Dawson and Hadilek. Matt Dawson, the New Zealander, is leading really well. Great start there, great sprinting skills. He's going to stay out of trouble if he can. He's going to, are they going to split up, or is he going to be blocked? Blocked on the riverside, he sneaks in. That's great for Matt Dawson. He's in and out really quickly. And it looks like Radilek's taking advantage of the mess up between Prindis and Tunka. Well, it's a great lead at the moment by Matt Dawson. He still has an upstream to go. Vit Prindis has been disqualified. So Matt Dawson he has clear water, and the silly, well, not silly, of course, the Czechies are fighting with each other. It doesn't help anyone apart from Matt Dawson, who's going to easily win. Well done, Matt Dawson. Top dog today, the honorary Czechie Mike Dawson. Took a bit of a knock, in a way he took a knock. It's not the first time. For an honourable second place. Great start by Mike Dawson, absolute perfect timing. If you look on the left, they're just Tunka and Prindis trying to take each other out. So, honours go to Mike Dawson for the men and Amelia Hedgetova for the women. Well, Mike Dawson had a big day. He was in the semi-final today of the K1 and took the victory in the extreme slalom. Barbara Radilek had another interesting, disappointing day. Just missed out qualification for the final. But here we go, Mike Dawson takes the victory. Barbara Radilek takes the second place. Andrei Tunka also disqualified with Vit Prindis. So I wonder how they'll give out the gongs if they are. Well, that was fun. That's extreme canoe slalom for men and women. Breaks up all the serious competition in the afternoon. Maybe the future. So that concludes the live action for today. It's been going from 9 in the morning, so it's 7 hours, 7.5 hours of live action. I hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly have. And tomorrow, I'm just looking at the schedules, if it's going to be stuck to there. Sunday, the 18th tomorrow, what we're going to have. Well, the 9 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be live streamed. You can watch the C2 mixed semis. Well, only 4 boats in there, so that shouldn't take too long. Then 9:12 is going to be the K1 semi-final. Massive there. All the women have had the advantage of watching the men this time. The C1 men's semi-final. Normally they go on the first day, so they have the advantage of watching the women's C1s, if that helps. And then we go to the finals, are going to be at 12:25. So if you tune in about 12:20 Central European time tomorrow, you could be in for a treat. 3 more finals, 1 very short and 2 long ones. So sit back and enjoy yourself. You can go to Planet Canoe on YouTube, go through the website, you can review what you've seen today. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll speak to you tomorrow. Thanks very much for listening.